how much I love Journey Spice. Journey Spice, non-GMO, no salt, no sugar, just all sorts of goodness and smart, environmentally friendly packaging. Pinch the top, take it off. Food tastes better. Comes in singles, 2-packs, and 4-packs. It's Journey Spice. Find them at Amazon.com. Time for Denver's best sports talk with the Altitude Daily.
This is the Altitude Daily Podcast. Everything you can't miss from today on Altitude Sports Radio. Mosher, Lombardi, and Kane.
What concern do you guys have with the first-team offense? I have one. And my one concern is
the inability to run the football
exactly
super
right.
effectively is
exactly
a bit of a
right.
concern right now.
In the preseason, at no point did they display to me, now you may have seen flashes, to me, a consistent run game.
Yeah, I agree.
There were no big, with the first team offense, nothing broke. And by broke, I mean nothing broke out and nobody rattled off this or that. Vic, I'm not freaking. I would hope to have seen, either 27 or 37 bust through for a couple big gainers.
Listen, and people are going to argue, well, they didn't have a chance. They really didn't game plan anything. It was all vanilla. Well, what is the run game? The run game is vanilla. The run game is block the guy in front of you, make a hole, and run through that hole. That's what it is. And I that's my only concern after the preseason. They did not establish a run game.
Yeah.
Not from the first team offense. I'm looking at a couple of those drives. First drive was 3 and out. Second drive, Tyler Bidet puts them in ideal field position, takes it to midfield on the kick return. Bo to Franklin for 3 yards. Bo to Troutman for 2 yards. 3rd and 5, Bidet goes nowhere. Again, they try to run the ball on 3rd and 5. It goes nowhere. They resort to a 4th down play in which Bo hits a perfect back shoulder pass to Courtland Sutton. To which I want to ask, where is this offense without Courtland Sutton right now?
Yeah. Well, they looked in midseason form, didn't they?
Oh, they look great. That's a great chemistry between those two.
Yeah, I was just going to say, when guys have it, Vic, you can tell that they're on the same dang
100%.
page. Yep.
He feels something with Courtland. He knows where to throw it, how to get it to him. Again, look at the other drives. There was just never an opportunity to get the run game going, even on the scoring drive. Well, I'm looking at my notes. Where was there a run? Where was there a run of any consequence?
The Altitude Daily. The morning sprint.
The one question that I have, and I heard Vic Lombardi, our guy Vic, love it. He was right. The one thing that you came out of preseason games never feeling great about with the first unit offensively is what, Raj? The first unit, the number one offense never showed consistent
dominant rushing.
Amen.
And RJ Harvey didn't do anything against the Saints.
In fact,
we obviously didn't see J.K. Dobbins.
That was what I was going to get to right there. Because you and I were at training camp nearly every day that we could be, certainly every day we could be there. J.K. Dobbins is clearly, just for everybody out there, he is clearly your number one running back.
There's a reason why he didn't play.
He is head over heels better right now in terms of moving the sticks and getting the hard yards. And so when I had the questions maybe about the run game, the last really physical practice that we saw with every single starter a part of it, and that was the Wednesday, July 30th practice. That was the practice that Sean Payton saw that he's got his bell cow running back in J.K. Dobbins. R.J. Harvey's going to be expeditiously grown to become a featured piece of this running back room, but he is not bell cow day one. That's J.K. Dobbins. And that's why he didn't play this preseason outside of game 1 where he got 5 snaps? Barely. Felt like he wasn't even in there. J.K. Dobbins is your RB1. He's your best runner. He's your most disciplined runner. He's your best pass protector. And Tyler Bidet is making this dadgum roster. It's going to be Jaleel McLaughlin, Tyler Bidet that round out this running back room, and I think that's a good enough running back room.
The Altitude Daily. Columbus, Hastings, and DMAC.
I am a little concerned. I ain't going to lie. We'll talk about it. We got 2 weeks to talk about it. I am concerned on the offensive line, to be honest with you.
Well, I think it's fair. The running game has not materialized the entire preseason at all. At all. I mean, Audric Estime actually looked okay.
He played well, but it was the third on thirds, right?
Yeah, he looked okay. But I'm referring to the starters, and whether it's been in practice and training camp or in the games themselves. Yeah, we got a lot of room for growth in the running game. RJ Harvey again way outran his landmark on one of the outside zones. He tried to cut it back, but it was just too little, too late. It's just little nuances, He don't
have that figured out right now.
But the one thing that we have not seen is our starting running back with our starting offensive line
at all.
And so we have not seen J.K. Dobbins. So we don't know exactly what this running game is going to look like because we're basing it off of a rookie that's never played football before.
It was funny that Sean Payton backed himself into a little bit of a corner with the 8 snaps or so. He really didn't need to do that. He could have just said, well, we'll see how it goes with our first team, and that's that. But, you do that, and of course everybody's, counting it up, like what you going to do. And I think everybody collectively out there was like, you got to send those guys out for a third series.
Yeah, when you throw a number out,
it was a no-brainer.
You got to do yourself an injustice.
Yeah, you don't help yourself. Yeah. You can just say, we'll see how it goes for the first teamers. That's all you have to say. But whatever, it's a small point. And, Sean was like, it's not etched in concrete, when asked about it. And he gets angry. He gets angry when, his own words
come back to him. Yeah.
Right, just be better, Sean. It's no big deal. The way the game went, it was a no-brainer that they send the first teamers back out, right? And, even they got helped by, a penalty, or that drive might have gone down the tubes. But, things go your way. You make some good plays, and you leave the preseason okay. But it would have felt bad if they went 3 and out on that third series, and even a field goal would have felt like, But they didn't, did they? They got the touchdown. It looked good, and Bo made plays, and then, then you sort of realize, oh, yeah, a football game is played beyond the first quarter. Sometimes football games, take a little bit more time to resolve themselves.
But the problem is that you're absolutely 100% right, but all the resolving we've seen in preseason were with the backup quarterbacks, backup offenses.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that you're like.
I got it. But you got to see a drive where they did what they should have done to beat up on a team that they're much better than, which they are. And, at the end of the day, you look at the preseason, you can only do what's in front of you. They did well in their joint practices. They won their games. They scored touchdowns. They played great defense. I mean, I'm not sure what else you want. They didn't have many injuries. I feel bad for Frank Gargiulo and for Drew Sanders. But other than that, I mean, if you were to tell us when this all started, hey, you're going to lose 2 guys. These are the 2 you're losing.
2 backups.
Yep.
No dumb question. Is Sam Ehlinger better than any starting quarterback New Orleans has?
That'd be a good competition.
Right.
The Altitude Daily. Kreckman and Lindahl.
You most likely heard the breaking news just before the break that the Broncos have waived Audric Estime. Not surprising. He did score a touchdown the other day. Actually had a couple of good runs the other day, but this was not terribly surprising. And the biggest tell on this was what the depth chart looked like all throughout training camp. I mean, Estime was always with the threes and the second guy getting carries with the threes, coming off of an off season after he was left inactive for a playoff game. Yeah, the Audric Estime experiment didn't work here. Sean Payton, I think, had high hopes for his bruising running style, but in the end, I don't think that Audric Estime was a complete enough back to make it necessarily in this offense. Jaleel McLaughlin, Andy, to me, it's like he didn't go to the game. He's on the team. That flat out tells you right there.
You better hope. It's not going to be a great look if he isn't.
Yeah.
Would you sell the guy,
Right. That to me feels like that would be pretty stunning if he didn't make that. And again, just having watched training camp, I would be stunned if Jaleel McLaughlin didn't make the team. Obviously, Dobbins and Harvey are both going to be there. Tyler Bidet is the guy in terms of the pecking order. I don't think him or Blake Watson, quite frankly, looked great the other day.
And then Watson got dinged up towards the end.
He did. The Ellinger interception on the screen, I mean, he threw it wide of Bidet, who was out of possession because he got nailed in pass pro, and that was after he got destroyed in pass protection the play prior to that. So he's raw in that part of the job. But I think he's going to make the team, and again, I'm judging it off of what did it look like in camp. It's one of those things, Andy, where really like you can do a pretty good job of estimating. Pardon the pun. Sorry, Audric Estime. Of having an educated guess of what the roster is going to be just based upon, like, watch the reps in practice. They kind of tell you.
They do. It's just, this is another one of those years where it kind of reminds you, though, when you get this far down in the depth chart, you don't want to be for a reason. Okay? Right. Because, again, they all kind of have their flaws. There's a reason why we're focusing on them last preseason games of the year, because they're trying to make spots that the coaches are frankly hoping they don't really have to play too often.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
So they're hoping that they get a full season out of Dobbins and Harvey, and from this point forward, those are the only two backs we're probably really talking about.
So the Audric Estime Broncos era, at least for now, has come to a conclusion. Like you said, Andy, there's always the possibility he could end up on the practice squad. But again, according to our friend Mike Kliss of 9 News, he has been waived.
Yeah.
Which means they wave goodbye to him.
And I'm with you where I would say I would just go find another spot.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like whatever reason, this isn't the spot for you.
You've been listening to the Altitude Daily. Catch us live weekdays on 92.5 FM, the Altitude Sports Radio app, twitch.tv/AltitudeSR, youtube.com/Altitude Sports Radio, and your favorite smart speaker. Say Altitude Sports Radio.